We're in Yevamot Perek Tetvav Mishnah Yud, 10th Mishnah in the 15th chapter of Yevamot. This is the last Mishnah in the 15th chapter. We're talking about a woman who comes back from Medinat Hayam, and she comes back by herself. So the question is, does she require Yibum or Chalitza, or is she what's called Muteret Lashuk? And we also talked about the idea that if she has a cheskat, if she has a chazakah, then she doesn't have the ability to remove herself from the chazakah without proof. We don't rely on her own word. Says the Mishnah. A woman comes back and says, Nitan li yavam b'medinat hayam. Okay, so when she left, she and her husband went on a boating trip, okay, with her, and she comes back 20 years later. But when she left, her husband was the only child of his father. So therefore, even if her husband died, there would be no yabam. There would be nobody to do yibum if her husband died without children. Okay, but she says, listen, when I was in Medinat Hayam, my mother-in-law was there and she had a son. But then she says, Amra meit ba'ali v'achakach meit yivami, but my husband died, and then my yavam died. So, even though he was born to my mother-in-law, he died. Or, yivami v'achakach ba'ali, my yavam died and then my husband died, and therefore, in the way she says, I can't do chalitza, there's no chalitza yuma because there's nobody to do it. Ne'emenet, she is reliable. Why? One second. Why? Detravayu kasharya nafshei l'shuk. Because no matter whether her husband died first or Yavam died first, okay, she is sharya nafshei l'shuk. She's permitted l'shuk to marry in the market, i.e. she's now marketable. She's now allowed to marry. Ne'emenet umuteret l'shuk. She's mutar. Why? Bezchezkata harishona. She's still in her first chazakah. Remember, when she went away, all we knew was she was married to her husband and he had no siblings. So she said, well, he had a sibling, but then he died. This is an important rule. She'apesh asar, hu hapesh hitir. The mouth that prohibited is the mouth that permitted. I.e., hapesh asar, the woman herself said, now I had a yabam. But then she said, hu hapesh hitir, but he died. So if we believe her that he was born, then we can also believe her that he died. That's the principle of hapesh asar, hu hapesh hitir. But let's say when they left, we knew that the Yabam was alive. So she went with her husband and his brother to Medinat Hayam. And then she comes back alone. She says, my husband died, and then my brother-in-law died. Or my Yabam, the brother-in-law died, and then my husband. She's not reliable. Why? Because the chazakah was she has a miyabem. So about her husband, she's ne'emenet, because we said the rule. Isha daika uminsaba. She's going to be careful. She's going to be careful before she gets married. But we don't apply that rule to her brother-in-law, because maybe she hates her brother-in-law or whatever. So therefore, she's not ne'emenet, and she has to do chalitza, she has to do something in order to get herself out of that situation of her brother-in-law about requiring yibum. She'ein ha'isha, the Mishnah says, she'ein ha'isha ne'emenet lomar meiti rami shetinaseh. A woman is not reliable to say, my yavam died, in order for her to marry. She has to bring proof that he died. Moreover, velo meita achoti shetikanes lebeito. Let's say she comes back, her husband is married to her sister, and then she goes around with a trip with her sister. They go on a cruise, and she comes back and says, my sister is dead. Okay? So I'm going to marry her former husband, because now that her sister is dead, he can marry her. She's not reliable, shetikanes lebeito. There's too much there. We don't rely on her. You have to prove that. Furthermore, ve'ena ish ne'emar lomar meit achi, sheyabem ishto. A person can't come back, goes with his brother, and comes back and says, my brother is dead, I'm going to do yibum on his wife. You can't do that. He's not ne'eman for that either. Velo meita ishti, sheyisa achota. Nor can he come back from their cruise and say, my wife died, well, whatever. So then I'm going to marry her sister. There's too much fish, there's too much fishy business going on. Get it? Fishy business on a cruise? Whatever. There's too much doubt for us to believe him. He has to actually bring proof. The only person who is relied upon is the woman herself to say, my husband died, because remember we said, Mishum Aguna Akilu Barabanan. We'll stop here and dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.